How cool! Welcome, internet. We are on the internet. Introduce yourself, Kimberly.
Hi.
I'm Kay the writer, and she is
Develop Me by Kimberly.
C, and we're going to talk about that mid-season finale of The Walking Dead.
Why'd you have to get so dramatic, though?
Because it was not a very dramatic episode. It was okay, I guess.
That was the most drama that episode saw was your eye.
This is true. I feel like the first episode was more dope than this mid-season finale. I could have passed.
And I didn't think it was that bad.
What do you mean it wasn't that bad? It was horrible.
Well, no.
I think the best part of that episode was the ending when when Rick reunited with my homie Daryl. That was about it. My heart warmed up when I saw that scene, but that's about it. I didn't see nothing else. And still, I still don't know what happened to my homie Heath. Like, seriously, what happened to him?
To who, Daryl?
Heath.
No, we still don't know where Heath is.
We still don't know where Heath is.
And what's her face is still walking through the woods. No, she made it back to Alexandria, and I don't know how she made it back to Alexandria before.
Okay, so check this out, right? So I was thinking, okay, those characters in Walking Dead are really good because I go, how is it that they can go get lost in the woods, capture people, and know their way back? I can't even find my way back home from work, let alone be stuck in the woods. Listen, like that's not their neck of the woods.
They left breadcrumbs. That's what they did.
Yeah, they had to. They
did like Jesus did, and Jesus took the maple syrup and sprayed it on their way home.
Must have. That episode started with what? Michonne whistling. I thought she was showcasing her talent for for the whispers. I thought the bad guys were supposed to whistle. Why are you whistling? And then after that, she was chopping off walkers to block homegirl out in the street. And which is crazy because at the end of the day, I guess I missed that scene where she was talking to girl and old girl had told her like there's a silencer in the glove compartment. And I go, okay, so where are they going with this? Like, oh, okay, so she about to be dead? Like, I don't get it. Well, and then I was just like, oh, I didn't get it. And even if you took, I feel like Carl and Michonne, even if you took them to see Negan, like, what did she see when she went to go see Negan? Like, did I miss that aspect?
All she did.
Where did they stop?
No, she stopped in the middle of the road, and all she said was, no, the lady had turned to her and said, well, that's Negan. And when Michonne looked and realized that they were like 60, 80, 100 deep, that's when she was like, oh, all right, I guess you could take me back home. And I guess old girl thought she was going to make it home. But she failed to realize that Michonne, she's kind of gangster. See, people just kind of forget her talent with that sword. It's not meant for walkers only, but nonetheless, this time it was a gun. And old girl thought she was going to make it home.
No, she really did. But you know what? What is home? Because at the end of the day, like, if you're not giving the V to Negan, like, that's it for you.
Right. So home for her was back in, I guess whatever they call their camp.
Concubines.
Yeah, but he had a whole thing of concubines, and she just happened to be the one that got away.
No, she didn't get away. She was out scavenging. She was out hunting for stuff.
But I didn't think his concubines
she was one of those. I'm earning my
scavenging.
For Negan's women, it's either you fuck them for free, or you go and hunt supplies in order to stay there. But then I thought when they had slipped Daryl the note too, like I had thought, oh, okay, that's a trick. But what's his face, Dwight, the half brother? I was like, that's a trick. Don't leave. Don't leave.
Don't go.
Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. But he did, and it was kind of cool because he made it to the hilltop, which I'm still trying to figure out why my homie, he didn't leave breadcrumbs, but he found his way back to the hilltop regardless.
Yeah, but again, he went ahead and he used the maple syrup to get him where he needed to be. Once he passed that Jesus
maple
statue,
syrup you keep talking about?
that was the last episode. That was the last episode. You know, the one that we really don't like.
Which one?
When
The
he was
one
in
with
that back of the truck with Carl. No, when he was in the back of the truck with Carl. And
they were throwing stuff off the truck.
Yes. And when they weren't throwing stuff off, they were only throwing off maple syrup. And that's it.
Just syrup. Okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So what else happened? Oh,
that's why he's talking about, oh, you jump first.
Oh yes. We were talking about that where we're just like, you would never tell a child like, hey, I'm jumping and you jump. No, you push the child out the truck first and then you jump. You don't just be like, yeah, I'm gonna jump and no, push the child up. That's how you know Jesus.
No, you go first.
Yeah, he wasn't no daddy before this all happened. He wasn't a father. So clearly, yeah. He was not a dad. Memo. Missed the whole memo. Because my homie, and you know what? They weren't even that far because Jesus jumped ship. And the next thing you know, they were in Negan's fortress already.
Right.
So,
right.
Speaking of that, so the episode takes us back to Alexandria where Negan is. And I still feel like this is a crime. He's hanging out with baby Judith, right?
Judith.
And Carl. Yep. And this is where I just lose all respect for Negan because he's supposed to be scarier than the governor. And I go, oh, okay. I'm not afraid. Like he cooks dinner. Like
he turned into a babysitter. No, but did you see him? But did you see how he turned that around at the end and was like, I cooked them dinner and I went ahead and I did. And I'm looking at him like,
but you also kissed that man's baby, and I still think it's a crime that you never put your lips on another man's child. That's like like I remember the scene where he told Rick that I slid my dick down your throat and you thank me for it. And I go, oh, snap. Like, okay, cool. But you don't kiss another man, baby. Like, you don't. Like, I'd rather you tell me that you want to put your dick in my mouth than you kissing my baby. Like, don't kiss my baby. Put my baby down.
That's how you know it's bad. That's how you know it's bad. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, I wasn't particularly a fan of that whole entire thing. I felt like him just chilling in Rick house, shaving. Got time to shave. Time to shave. Right? Got time to shave, cook, clean, wash dishes. Oh, my bad. He left a mess. No, he left a mess. And then was like, no, but why he play so much? Because then he turned around and was like, oh yeah, by the way, I went ahead and what did he say? He's like, oh, I can't go ahead and I can't wait on your dad no more. Carl passed the rolls.
What? Fool, you ain't supposed to be here.
Right. You're not supposed to be here.
You ain't even supposed to be here. Well, what about what's his face? Spencer acting all bold when he came up in that joint was like, oh yeah, so but he made a point though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Since Rick took over Alexandria, it sounds like every place he goes, he fucks up shop. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think everybody loves Rick because we started off with Rick. We love him since season 1, and now it's 7.
He's the main star.
He's the main star. Like but at the same time, let's not forget, he did fuck up shop a lot. Like, half the damn citizens of Alexandria. Mind you, we don't still know the other half. But the half we did know got either bit, died, or was reckless. Like,
they were dumb, though.
They were dumb, but that's not the point. Like, if you're supposed to come in there and be this savior, you got everybody damn near killed. He got the owners killed. Kim, like, Deanna and her husband. Did they make it? Did they make it?
Deanna, she was just too much from the beginning. She was just from the beginning of Alexandria. She just insisted on playing politician. And I don't know who she was playing politicians with, the zombies, because
she was. This Washington, D.C., congressmen, In a zombie apocalypse, they ain't about that whole, hey, I'm a regular citizen. No, I was a congressperson. Bye.
Right. That's literally what it was like. Her husband, that was just a casualty. It was really just an accident. Nobody meant for him to die. Nobody.
Homie got sliced by a damn sword. Watch your throat. Watch your throat. Why are you this close to my sword?
Next time when you see that blade swinging, I need you just 10 steps back.
You step back.
You step back.
Oh, that's not for me.
It's almost like when you see your mom chopping chicken. Are you gonna stand right next to it?
Hey, Mom, can I borrow $5 while she? Yeah. No, when you finish, let me ask you.
You better be on the other side of the counter. So I wanted to ask you, if I could hold $5, like you just don't do it. He was too close.
You just don't do that.
And that's how you know. That's how you know that they were just so sheltered, because he must have clearly never seen a sword in his life.
Yeah, they were sheltered because they saw Walker and they were like,
Walker, oh my God, Walker.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but still, half the citizens are gone. Okay, let's go back to the prison. Half them damn citizens was, you know what? 3/4 of their citizens was gone. Woodbury citizens went to the prison towards the end of that season, and what happened? They all got sick, and what? Died. Okay, died.
We didn't expect that. Listen, this is The Walking Dead. People are gonna die, and unfortunately, they're all casualties. Unfortunately,
yeah, except for the main damn character. So
well, yeah.
Anyway, Spencer made a point in my book. I'm gonna need Rick to stop getting people killed. Like once Glenn died, I was like, okay, you're killing Cap. You're good. You're good. You're good.
I think also in that episode is when that heavyset lady died. I forgot her name, but she was like in charge of the pantry.
That's how insignificant she was. I was like,
I know, but she's such a really likable character. Like she was so super sweet.
3 episodes.
I don't care. She was really likable, really sweet. People really liked her. They really, really did. As a matter of fact, she was only supposed to be in 1 episode, but she made it to about 5. People, they didn't.
Based on who voted. Based on
the people's votes. People really liked her.
The fans. Oh, they said it on Talking Dead. Okay. For those of us who don't have cable, we don't have a medium to stream Talking Dead, and not to mention, Talking Dead is lighthearted. They don't be talking ish about Walking Dead, so sorry.
They do. The whole show is. They just don't get into analyzing the way that we analyze. Because
we're telling the truth. Like, fuck that. Bring back Glenn. Like seriously, bring back. You know what? I rather Eugene was the one that. But then at the same time, we wouldn't feel as probably wouldn't have cared.
We wouldn't have cared. We would have been like, all right, he needed to die anyway. He been tiptoeing on death since Abraham knocked him out. He's been tiptoeing on death.
Why, Lord? Why not Father Gabriel? He wants to be close to you.
He's been waiting on you, Lord. Lord, he's been waiting on you, and he's been working his way to get back in your kingdom, Father.
Back into your kingdom, Father. Take Gabriel, Father.
No, he had to say Glenn. I don't even know why, but he did. But nonetheless, like when she died, I didn't see that coming, because he told a girl to kill her, and I just didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I think Rosita did deserve to get shot, because who gonna shoot somebody?
She got cut in the face. She didn't get shot.
She got cut in the face, but she should have got stabbed or shot or something. Because
that's what I said.
You gonna try to assassinate somebody, right?
That's a bad attempt.
You gonna try to assassinate somebody, but you miss.
Yeah, but then she only had the one bullet.
Away. Only had one bullet. I understand you were nervous, but if you were nervous, your adrenaline was pumping. You saw her face; she was ready to go. She was looking at Negan like, "Oh, oh, enough is enough. Like,
Right.
I'm putting a bullet in your ass. And missed. Kid,
Right.
like, missed.
Right. That's all she has. The one bullet. Wouldn't you have had at least 3? 4?
She had made him custom make it, but I'm just like, so when you custom make bullets, do you stop at 1? Like,
right.
do you stop at, or do you go until you fill up the whole gun?
Right.
I'm not a gun connoisseur, so I wouldn't know. She gonna have to explain to me why she felt like 1 bullet was enough.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan, not even in the least bit. I'm glad she got cut. Spencer needed to get gutted. I was sick of him. He needed to get gutted because I was just like,
gutted.
I need you on.
Yeah, well,
he was a douche that whole, and he even said it. He was like, I was a douche that whole thing, that whole show. Such a douche.
Yeah.
Out there trying to be a politician, and it's almost like he was a snitch on the low.
No, he was a snitch. That's why Negan was like, oh, so you just, I mean, I can understand you are my enemy. You don't like me. I envy your hate. Because that's how Negan is. But you gonna straight up snitch on the boy? Like, and not to mention, what you want me to do your dirty work. If that was the case, you kill Rick and come at me when you ready to go.
Right. And that wasn't the case. That's not precisely what happened. Yeah, I was a bit over him, and I'm kind of glad he had to die. But what I don't understand is why they didn't kill him in place of Glenn. Why you only take Father? Why you ain't take Spencer, Father?
Jesus. Explain, Jesus.
He was a good one. That's a good candidate.
Jesus is the bomb. He's gonna probably be the new Glenn. Like, I like him.
I really like him. And did you ever notice somebody actually pointed it out to me? Every opportunity that they get to say Jesus, they say Jesus in that episode. Jesus, gather the water. Jesus, bring back supplies. Jesus, the kids need pens and pencils.
Maybe because his name is dope. Like, his name is not Jesus. It's Jesus.
Right. It's Jesus. He looks like a Jesus though, but
he does. I hate him. Why are you over here looking like Renaissance Jesus? What are you doing? Get a haircut. What are you doing?
So whoever created Jesus, right? The whole entire thing that everybody believes is supposed to be Jesus, then that's what he looked like.
It's my homie Robert Kirkman from the comics. Speaking of the comics, the difference between the comics and the show segment, where I tell you what I read in the comics.
Here we go.
And you be like, oh, I didn't know that. So me and a friend of mine, shout out to my friend Andrea Hurtado, aka Little One, we were talking about how, like, in the comics, why was the Carl scene so awkward? Remember when Carl was removing his bandage for Negan? And I was like, well, in the comics, he does that. Like, he takes off he comes to shoot Negan, and it's like, oh, look at you, kid. He's so bold and brave. So I was like, but you're not going to hang around me with that bandage on your face. Take it off. And come to find out, like, because Carl is young, like, don't forget, like, he's supposed to look like season, I guess, 2 version of himself. And it's like the actor who plays Carl obviously aged because he's 17 and he's supposed to still be like 11 or 12. So
really,
yeah, that's why it looks more awkward that a teenager is crying for taking off his bandage as opposed to a child. It would make sense if a child cried. Like, I'm a kid, I don't know shit. I'm coming to shoot you, and my eye's missing, and now you're making me take it off. So that was the same in the comics, the eye patch thing. What else? What's his face? Spencer getting gutted. Yeah, that happened in the comics. Michonne and Homegirl, I'm not sure that happened in the comics. Yeah, that's about it.
That fat lady dying? Negan kissing the baby?
He didn't kiss nobody, baby. Because Judith don't make it that far in the comics.
Oh, Judith died.
Yeah, she like baby, like she dies at the prison when
Oh.
the mom has already given birth to her, Lori, right? And when the
Hmm.
governor goes to take over the prison, at that point, um, homegirl gets shot and lands on top of her baby, and that's how they die. I know
Oh,
it's like so depressing. Yeah,
that is a real sad way to go out.
yeah. So she don't even make it, and mind you, Mr. Rick Grimes is missing a hand
Right?
also. So, I mean, yeah, not too shabby. I think I like comic book Negan. I don't like TV Negan. TV Negan is like ridiculous. Like I feel like I don't know if it's the actor or just horrible writing or he just doesn't transfer on screen well. But I'm not scared of Negan. If I saw Negan in the streets, I'd be like, hey, what's up?
Well, but okay, but think about it like this. This is the very first, or maybe this is what is the third or fourth episode we've seen Negan. That very first episode that I saw Negan, I was
I
like,
was scared to death. I was like, oh wow, I don't want to go to the woods now. Like I'm
we
scared.
found we found somebody about that life.
Right. About that real life. He had no
Right.
mercy. He was like, I'm gonna kill one of you. You
Yeah.
all are all fucked. But
Right.
by the second and third episode, he over here playing around, throwing his dick all around and throwing like he doesn't he makes I don't know, it just don't make no sense to me what he's doing. And
So
all he's doing is making them gain hope instead of taking it. What he should have done was never go to Alexandria. He should have never went. I feel like once he bashed their heads in, I feel like he should have disappeared and had his people doing all the dirty work. And when Carl went to come and shoot him, that's when we should have found out more about Negan. That would make me
right.
more afraid because I don't know more storylines about him. I don't know what his life is about. And I expected his concubines to be laid out like in the comics, where they're all in one room and they wearing like slutty dresses. And I don't know, it's AMC, so maybe he has his dick hanging out or something. And I don't know, something where it looks like they're asleep prostitutes, but they're not. They're the ladies who gave up their freedom so that they don't have to work or their husbands don't have to suffer or so and so is sick and he can give them medicine. So
Right.
I feel like Ezekiel and Negan I could do without pass. Governor, oh, I was scared of that motherfucker.
Yeah, but he was so irrational. He was emotionally irrational,
But he wasn't as narcissistic as Negan. Negan,
which is
that
true.
narcissism is your downfall. Like he's
Yeah.
too. Hey, I got y'all running scared. What y'all gonna do? Nothing. I got my bat. It's gonna fuck up shop. Your bat can only intimidate for so long before people rise up.
Right.
Negan,
Well,
I'm
as
not
you can see that.
Negan. The governor didn't make that happen. Governor was like, I'm
Right.
shutting it down before you can even get up the masses.
Right.
So it would have been cool to see Negan and the governor go at it.
That would have been real dope. That would have been real dope.
I would pay money to see that. I think Rick would pay money to see that.
I think so too. He'd be there front row.
So that's the difference. So where the hell is Heath? That's the last question I want to leave y'all with. Because everybody else I don't care about. They all reunited at the end of the episode.
Right. And for all
Maggie
we
got to
know,
keep a baby.
right? For all we know, Heath is probably over there, got captured by
By who?
Negan. Negan.
When?
Somebody.
When did
Somebody.
y'all see? Did you see the preview for the next thing, or is this kind of
No.
like because us cable people, we don't non-cable folks, we don't see no previews. We YouTube that bad boy.
We YouTube. Hold on.
Where did my friend go? This is what happens when you're busy.
Oh,
She's back, y'all.
yes. As a back, I had to stop real quick. I had to make sure this house doesn't burn down.
Oh, awesome. So predictions for
Next show.
Season 7B. Yo, honey, I'm ready for bed. So, what are your predictions for 7B for the second half of The Walking Dead?
I predict that they are going to stake out the compound some, and then just kind of run in and get to him, or try to catch him when he's out in the field. And then when they don't see Negan come back, then they're going to be like, damn, where is he? And people may leave and people may not leave, depending on what happens. Because remember, not everybody in Negan's camp is really with Negan. They're just doing it to stay alive.
Ha!
Okay. I'm going to say for Carol and...
my delusional friend. Let's not even start this discussion, because she talking about she want peace, but she doesn't live far from peace. Like, the community is not far from your house. You want peace, and you need to go further into the woods.
Right. She's literally right next to the, what is it called? Not the sanctuary. What is it called? Whatever Ezekiel's palace is.
We got the Hilltoppers. We got the Ocean Chicks.
Whatever it's called. So I feel like she's not very...
the Kingdom. That's what it is.
So there we go. It's the Kingdom. So she doesn't live very far from the Kingdom. For that guard to be showing up at her house having a whole conversation with her, she don't stay far from the Kingdom. So I feel like Carol's not going to get involved, and I feel like Morgan's not going to get involved for now. I feel like eventually when Rick and Daryl and first of all, when Carol finds out that Daryl was taken, she's gonna go over there and go blow up Negan's whole place, and that'll be the end of that.
She clocked out. She's not in the family anymore. She turned against the family. I feel like she did. She's not gonna care. I already read ahead, mainly because I read the comics, so I know what happens.
Yeah.
I just hope that it's portrayed well. No spoilers for those who haven't read. If you want real spoilers, I suggest Wikipedia.org, Walking Dead, (comics), not the TV show. But they're almost caught up to the comics, though.
And that's really it. I can't really think of anything else that, that's it. I can't really think of anything else. Who do I think is going to die next season?
Carol. It has to be something big. Otherwise, we'd stop watching because something happens to Heath. I'd be like, oh, well, he was missing for 6 episodes. So,
we're going to kind of go with, I'm going to go with Morgan.
Morgan? Oh, nah. He's not my boo, but.
And I feel like, what's his name that got taken?
Heath.
I feel like
that's with Keith.
No, not Heath. Whatever the hell his name is. That's how you know he's irrelevant. Whatever the hell. Right. Him. I feel like they're gonna go rescue him because, of course, they're just like, oh, well, he's a part of the family. We can't leave him in there.
He wasn't captured. You keep thinking that he wasn't captured.
He's not captured.
You know what? You know who he probably is? He's probably the man in the boots.
I don't think he's the man in the boots.
Everybody keeps talking about this man in the boots, and I didn't see no man in the boots.
He showed up in 2 parts. He showed up when Rick was at the lake. The man in the boots showed up when Rick was at the lake, and they were loading the truck and everything, and they were getting ready to drive away. He showed up on the other side of the lake watching. And then he showed up again at the very end because he hopped the fence and went to Alexandria.
So it's a he. Why wouldn't somebody got to do something heroic? It's a man.
I feel like it looked like men's feet.
So women don't have big feet?
They do, but men feet, and maybe it's just the boots, but men feet, I feel like you could tell the difference.
Okay. The man in the boots. I miss the man in the boots. So
I have no idea who it is. None.
He's probably the dude that set up the booby traps in the first place. For someone who read ahead, and this was back in the day, probably 2013, 2014. I'm not certain. I don't remember no man in the boots, so that must be just for TV.
Yeah, they do a lot of things just for TV.
Yeah, like not chopping off Rick's hand.
There we go.
Because my handsome man, Andrew Lincoln, needs to have both hands.
Right.
To tap that ass, aka Michonne.
Anyway, I think that those are my predictions for the next one.
Awesome possum. I hope we didn't bore you with our Walking Dead mid-season finale review. You can check me out on facebook.com/KTheWriter, or /KWrites. And you can check out DMB Kimberly at... Oh, it's your turn.
Oh, that'd be really nice, huh? So it's actually, my fan page is Develop Me by Kimberly, and it is Kimberly Young.
Awesome possum. Until next time, we will be reviewing what? The Vampire Diaries?
Vampire Diaries, The Flash.
Season finale. Oh, geez, more to come, people. Stay tuned. Good night.